be prepared with the information beforehand. Some questions that you will need to cover. Just prepared. If you're prepared, you can answer the questions easily. So this question, tell me about yourself. Some people from some immigrant may consider this question, it's about, tell me about yourself, that it really means tell me about yourself. It's not a great question, but it can be misleading. Tell me about yourself. These are things that you want to tell the employer because you want to convince them that you're the best person for the job. So you want to tell them, your strengths. You want to tell them, maybe something about your weaknesses, because that's not on your resume. That's not in your cover letter. So you want that's an area to share, an area that how you manage a project, and hopefully that it's related to the job that you're applying for. It's also, what do you know about the company? They will ask you that, and that's something that you should research beforehand. How you can research about companies beforehand, we do have a link to the Department of Labor and Statistics, and they will give you information about, not labor and statistics, I'm sorry. We have a link to the website where you get that information, that you can get that information from, to review companies' information before you either apply for the job or going for the interview. So when they ask you that information, you already researched it, so you're well prepared entering that interview. Some things too that you can look for on the Department of Labor website and Labor and Statistics are your salary and what the ranges are. So if the interviewer asks you, what salary are you looking for? You have an idea, because sometimes we walk into an interview and we are clueless about what the job is offering. If they offer $1, you go, but if you go, maybe not. But if they offer $20, you're not sure if that's the correct, in the ballpark at all. So it's important to just take a step and visit that area. They will ask you, how long do you plan to, stay in the company if you're hired? And don't ask them if you're hired. Don't ask them. Don't put them on the spot to ask them, am I hired? Wait. They will let you know that. We like to, oftentimes we're, to the point, we want to get the information upfront and fast, right? So we're impatient. We'll ask certain questions, but get used to it. Hold that thought. They will ask you, when are you available to work? How long did it take you to get there? Because these are the questions that are important to the employers, because they want to know, if employed, will you be excessively late coming in and then having excuses about why you're late? Sometimes you can be late, but you want to try to make sure that you're on time, that you're prepared to be on time. Okay? So before you go to the interview, make sure that you get a good night rest, you'll be prepared in advance, so when you get there, or before you get there, there's no obstacle, and go a little early. Next slide, please. So there's a lot of questions that I've listed for you to have access to. So I'm saying a lot of things right now. You can go back to the information later on. It will be listed on our Facebook page, so you can have readily access to it. So when you get to the interview, you're now ready. You have all those questions that you prepared to answer. You're prepared to answer. Now you're on time. Have a good posture. Have a smile on your face. Be enthusiastic. Just be pleasant. Show energy. Show that you're interested in the job. If you get it today, you're ready to go. Dress neatly. Pull your hair back if you have long hair. Pull it back. Show your face. If you have locks or something, just tie it up. Make everything neat, and you're dressed in neat. No jeans, no sneakers allowed. If you have tattoos, and they're cover wear attires that covers it for the time. But some tattoos are meaningful for you, but might not be meaningful to others. Always find out from the interviewer. Ask them how did they say their name. Some interviewers have very difficult names to say, so they will give you a letter. They may give you a letter or something of a shorter version to say in order to be right and not offend them. But it's their choice. And when you do the interview, don't go over your resume. Just paraphrase what's on your resume. They have your resume in their hand. They're reading it. Just point them to information that is concrete and that highlights the reason why you're the best fit for this job. Let them know your qualification, and based on how you speak about your qualification, they have an idea that you know what you're talking about. So, next slide, please. So, there's some questions that you can ask the interviewer, and you can ask these are a list of things that you can ask the interviewer. If you can meet your supervisor, because sometimes you meet your supervisor and you know that you're going to hit it off or you're not going to hit it off. Or there's some adjustments that you have to make. So you want to meet the person, and it helps you to also get comfortable and get a feel for how that person would be while supervising you in the department. Ask them about responsibilities that you will have as if you're given the position. But don't ask about the time off and vacation. Lots of people walk into a job and they want to know when they're going to be time off. They want to know when they can change position. Ask them about opportunities for growth, because some trainings are priceless. You can't pay enough for it. The experience might be worth more than the salary is, right? So I just want to mention that. So those are some of the questions that you can ask at the end of your job interview, right? So you're all done. You have it now. You're going to have options because you've gone on job interviews.